morning, folks. Day 35. 6:20. A little later getting out of camp than normal, but not too bad. Yesterday was a long day. I wasn't really energetic this morning. But 6:20, I'm going. Still trying to make Lake Hughes. Friday would be really nice, but I don't know. If I do 20, 10, and then I got a hitch 8.5 miles in before the post office closes. So I think there's a place I can call, a store, that will actually come get me to resupply that I could get to the post office. That would be great. So shooting for Friday, at the latest Saturday. I don't want to have to spend a Sunday hunkered down in some little cove somewhere. But it is what it is. Today's gonna be a beautiful day. Chilly last night, but not as bad as they said. It was 35 in my tent. And no rain, so hey, a lot better than it would have been on that ridge last night. I was several thousand feet lower. It would have been chilly and windy. The wind I could hear up in the trees last night. It would have been windy up there. And then I would have had to do the road walk this morning. Thank God we got all that road walking out of the way for those frogs. I know what I'm going to get for dinner. Oh well. All right, good. So I'm going to hike. And hopefully I have something nice to show you today. So talk to you later. Yeah, I will tell you, it's kind of funny. When you start pushing more miles, you get more excited to do more miles. I know that kind of sounds funny, but the more I do over 20, the more excited I am to do more 20s and get caught up. Because I'm a little behind from, with the 15 average I need, but I mean, those longer days, especially up north, will come in much easier than down here. But yesterday turned out to be, I don't know, maybe about 27 total miles of walking. I don't know how many trail miles and everything I did. I didn't break it down. I was too tired. But I know I can do the miles. I just got to get to Canada. But first things first. Lake Hughes, Tehachapi, Kennedy Meadows, and beyond. Okay, I'm gonna get serious about hiking. Put this camera away. Get the trekking poles on the ground to get a good pace moving. See if I can't do 2.5 maybe even 3 for a while. Gotta get water up here quick. And then, yeah, I'm gonna make some miles this morning. All these beautiful big trees. So beautiful. Well, folks, 9 o'clock, a little less than 3 hours, and I've got 5.5 miles in. Up and down, up and down, up and down until we went over that peak there where I just took a picture. And that is the height of the climbs today. Not all of them. I mean, we're going to still go up and down, I guarantee you. But most of the day overall is going to be downhill now. So, hopefully we can go ahead and pump some miles out. Get up to my at least 20-mile goal that I have set for myself today. Because we want to get to Lake Hughes, you can do socks and shoes. Like I said, if it looks like I'm not going to get there and be able to pick up my package, I may stop in Acton for a night. I think I have some friends that are going to be at the campground. If I catch them, I think they're a little ahead of me. But I'm moving, so maybe I'll catch them. I don't know. So we're going downhill, and this is kind of what the trails look like all day. Nice trees, ridges around, and just up and downs like that. So, okay, I'm gonna get bookend. We'll talk to you later. Yes, big tree in the way. Been a lot of them on trail. I made a trail up through here. A lot of things to climb over and go around, and the trail's not smooth and pretty and easy on the legs and feet. So probably not the best move here, especially since everything's wet now that that rain has come. But it wasn't that bad, so I figured I'd try to take a video of me crossing over it. So yeah. So up here we should have 400 miles. I don't know if there's going to be a marker or not. So let's just run down here and see. I'll let you guys follow along. Looks like a little bit of a water crossing. Maybe, yep. Okay, that's where 400 is supposed to be, as soon as I take this right. And of course, all the rocks. And like I said earlier, when you start doing more miles, you get more excited to do more miles. I'm hungry. I'd really like to stop and take lunch, but you know what? I don't want to take a break. And we're just walking through this water. It's not very deep. And 400 miles should be right here. I don't see a marker. I'm not going to take time to make one. It's not that exciting of a marker, even though it's 400 miles. That's 400 miles. 500, if there's no marker, I'm making a marker. But 400, hey, it's great. I'm ecstatic that I've made it this far, and I want to keep going. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, I thought somebody had some pine cones strung out for the marker. Well, you just walked through the 400-mile mark with me, and there's no mile marker. That's all right. I know it's here. The app knows it's here. And now y'all know it's here, right? That's a pretty cool tree. It's one thing, you gotta look around when you're hiking. There's so much beauty out there. I mean, yeah, you gotta look down. Make sure you don't trip, but gotta take a minute to look around. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Well, rain got heavy. Pulling out the pack cover. And my rain jacket. I got some food cooking. The bum pad is ready to sit on. And I found this little Camp Glenwood or something. I'm not sure the sign's up top, but I'm just kind of hiding on the porch for a minute. I'm going to cook a little food. Chicken teriyaki, I believe. Put my pack cover on. I put my puffy in the pack a little higher or lower so it'll be surrounded by stuff and not get wet. But it's not a pretty day here in LA County. So we're going to rest. We're going to eat some food. And then we'll get hiking again. All right, guys. So today it was supposed to be just mist a little bit. And it turned out to be a really good downpour. So I am currently underneath an awning that I'm really not supposed to be under, but the owner was okay. Was upset at first because he saw my stuff, but he was all right. And thank you very much to the gentleman at the Newcombs Ranch Inn for allowing me to stand under here while I wait for a taxi. So I didn't have the right gloves. I sent mine ahead to Kennedy Meadows, and shouldn't have done that. So my hands were cold, and I was going to be freezing cold all night. So on the top of that, my socks are, going to Lake Hughes, and it's not going to be fun trying to hike in wet shoes with socks that aren't socks anymore. They're Swiss cheese. So I got to go get some more socks. I can't wait to Lake Hughes, and I can't do this all night and tomorrow. So I decided to walk down off the trailhead. I'm getting a taxi cab, which is not cheap, trust me, out here on Highway 2. And gonna get some socks, some gloves, and dry everything off and get another little base layer. I was real cold today. Getting wet like that, I need a little more base layer. So I'm gonna do that today and tomorrow, get back on trail Wednesday. So, all right, we'll talk to you from the hotel room. Jelly Bean, stand by. Hey, folks. About 8:15, I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Long day trying to get to the hotel. I told you I got off the trail because I was soaking wet, and I had sent some things, forward where I said I didn't have the right things. Well, I walked about 2 miles down the road, found a restaurant that was closed that I was hanging out in front of. It took me hours to get a cab. Yes, a cab. Couldn't get an Uber from way the heck out. Cost a fortune. Got to a hotel, got my laundry done, got all my things torn apart. They're all drying out. But the big thing for this hike so far is gear issues. Every time I've gone into town, it's been for some gear related issue. Didn't have enough battery power for what's going on this year. Had to go into town. Actually, had to go into a second town because that's where they mailed it. Hip belt, wrong choice. You know, coming in this time, my socks are gone. I couldn't hike for 2 days in soaking wet shoes with no socks. Couldn't do it. So, I'm in town. Also, don't let anybody persuade you to send things to or from a different place. You know, I had a plan of why I needed certain things, and I should have stuck to that. Yes, lightening the pack a few pounds sounded really good, but I should have done it. There was a reason I had those things, and it's my mistake. You know, somebody offered a suggestion, I took it. I should have stuck to my guns in my own head and kept the extra warm clothes I had. I could have been all right tonight, heat-wise. I wouldn't have been freezing cold. I would have been maybe chilly at worst. But the socks, I can't hike in with wet feet with no socks, basically. So I'm in town, outskirt of LA. Can't really pronounce the name, Jakarta or something like that. There's a Walmart over there, about the only thing open. Going to get socks tomorrow. Doesn't matter what kind, just some kind of woolish blend that'll hold up for about 100 miles. I got 3 pairs of socks coming to Lake Hughes and some liners. New pair of shoes. I can deal with the shoes. I just can't deal with no socks. Can't do it. So that's just my word of unwisdom. You know, listen to yourself. I'm not saying don't take advice from others, because you can get a lot of good advice, but if there's a reason you have something or a reason you're doing it, do it. Okay, so 8:30ish maybe now? I don't know. Close enough. But Jelly Bean's tired. Those are a couple long days. Before today, I still put in like 12 miles today on trail before the storm was really going. And I should have took some video. We were all hunkered out. A couple other hikers came up and hunkered in the front of that cabin. I told you where I was having lunch. A couple other guys came up, and a girl, and the girl, I hiked with a couple of them before, and same thing. They were freezing cold, and we were all figuring out what to do, and made a break for it. They kept going. Great for them. I chose my feet. Not going to get blisters. They had socks. I didn't. So, all right, Jelly Bean's going out. Good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.